The month of June has arrived. Summertime is coming. Are you happy or are you sad that another month has already passed? We've had so many things to experience in the world of ABBA. Welcome to our ABBA News Roundup for May 2023. Hey, so we are so spoiled and we are kept busy with everything going on around ABBA just in the last 4 weeks alone. Let's bring it all together and let's start with all the action from Björn and Benny. On the 8th of May, Benny was part of a concert in Stockholm. Many Swedish artists came together to support the Swedish composer Stefan Nilsson. He was diagnosed with ALS in February 2023, a severe illness with no cure. The concert was made to raise awareness of ALS and support a special foundation, and Stefan Nilsson himself was able to participate on the piano. Only 17 days later, he passed away at the age of 67. Thank you to Herr Bönk for providing all the information. I didn't find any footage or even details about which songs Benny played at the concert. Perhaps it was filmed for a later broadcast. If anyone knows more, please let us know in the comments below. Benny was also busy with more music, recording new songs with Benny Andersson's orchestra. He teased that the plan is to release an album most likely in the autumn, and possibly doing future concerts but no more tours. Earlier in May, Björn was on UK radio with Cam Bruce, which you can actually watch here on YouTube. He also sent a surprise greeting for the Eurovision Song Contest, and he was a surprise guest on a podcast in Germany. One of the hosts was Anke Engelke, and it was much to her surprise that Björn was on the podcast. Anke Engelke is a famous actress, comedian and host in Germany, but she started her career early as a teenager in the late 70s, and in 1978 she was the one who got to sing Christmas songs on radio together with Agneta and Frida. She also met Björn and Benny back in the day, so the reunion on her new podcast show with Björn must have been thrilling, and she seemed to be really excited. Recently, Björn and Benny came together for BBC Newsnight on UK TV in a fascinating interview talking about the most modern developments, including the ongoing evolution of AI. You can watch the interview here on YouTube as well. We also had new awards for ABBA and even more celebrations. ABBA received 2 fascinating prizes celebrating their legacy. In early May, they were one of the first artists to receive a brand new award, the Brit Billion, to celebrate a total of 1 billion streams in the UK. This recognition is quite remarkable, considering that the streaming generation largely consists of younger people. ABBA was the oldest band from all who received a Brit Billion this year. Another award came at the end of May for Best Catalogue Marketing Campaign at the Music Week Awards 2023, honoring the work of ABBA and their brand new lyric videos. The biggest highlight was certainly the reunion of Björn, Benny and the return of Frida coming together at their own arena in London to celebrate the first anniversary of ABBA's Voyage show. Frida was on fire with the fans, and we even had some brand new wonderful moments between Frida and Benny. And we had many more anniversaries. ABBA the Museum celebrated 10 years, with the highlight being ABBA's Voyage costumes on display for a new exhibition about the making of the Voyage project. Around the same time, we celebrated the 10th anniversary of Agneta's most recent solo album A, here on this channel with a 25-minute deep dive into the history and making of the album. And just last week, Agneta's first English-language solo album, Wrap Your Arms Around Me, turned 40 years old. To conclude today's video, let's have a look at all the things we discovered and explored this month on the channel, which itself had its own anniversary, 2 years of Bobby's brother. We went back in time to 1982, when ABBA began work on their next album, which ended as an abandoned, lost album. And we had a specific look at one of the songs from these sessions, I Am the City. One of ABBA's many outtakes in their career, but one of the very few ones which was rediscovered and actually released in full length many years after the fact. We also went even further back in time to 1973, the beginning of it all, when ABBA was on tour supporting their very first album, Ring Ring. In a brand new book about one of Sweden's folk parks, where ABBA was playing one of their 80 concerts from that tour, for the very first time in 50 years, we finally found a set list for that concert tour in 1973. ABBA played Ring Ring, People Need Love, Nina, Pretty Ballerina, Love isn't easy, but it sure is hard enough. And he is your brother, as well as the biggest solo hit from each member at the time and some cover versions. And we also had some special videos. A very special one about my story, how I became the big ABBA fan I am now. And then something completely different, my experience of meeting Euro disco legend Fancy and seeing him live in concert. For the channel's anniversary, I also decided to create some YouTube shorts about ABBA for the very first time. These short videos are obviously short versions of some highlight videos. Quite a strange format, vertical. I toyed with the idea for a while, and I was actually quite hesitant for some time, because to be honest, these shorts may look easy, but it's not easy at all. To squeeze the most crucial information into less than 1 minute to be as short as possible, not easy, especially for me, you know me. So I took that as a challenge, and I must say I really enjoy creating these shorts. But for those who might have been irritated or else, the YouTube shorts will not be a replacement in any way for anything. If they appear, they are simply an additional format. Let me know what you think. And last but not least, the end of May finally saw the long-awaited return of the ABBA Bears in a brand new short film, sending me a greeting for the 2-year anniversary of the channel and for reaching, just in time, 15,000 subscribers. You guys really stepped up. So once again, thank you so much for watching my videos. We are now looking forward to June with new surprises coming our way. When it comes to ABBA's own projects, Björn will return with his circus musical Pippi in just 10 days already, on the 15th of June. This time the show will run for over 2 months until the 20th of August 2023. Now you can actually watch a 25-minute documentary here on YouTube with Björn about the making of Pippi at the circus. Very strangely, it only has 84 views so far. I know we can all step up once again, so make sure to click the link in the pinned comment below and give this amazing documentary some more views. Again, thank you for watching and always commenting so nicely. Have a great week, see you soon. Alright, until then, hello!